So last time you were here, a lot transpired. A lot of people joined your actual internship, and they blew up, making some good money. So what's new with you, brother?
Not much, bro. Just still working, same stuff.
Yeah.
Flipping land, running, my community. That's about it.
What's the most you've made so far flipping land yourself?
What, in like a month or just overall?
Let's say overall, if you know the exact
Probably
number.
close to 3, bro, at this point over the last like 2.5 years. Like this year we're shy of 2 million. Last year was like 1 million, give or take.
Nice.
And someone that's new to your industry or new to your like coaching, what do they make normally?
That what is brand new, comes in, wants to start flipping land, never done it before. Usually like 5 to 10K a month for the people that actually start. That's the biggest issue. Like people don't start, people don't stick with something, but the ones that start, that stick with it, 5 to 10K a month profit very quickly. It's not like a business that takes time where you have to like get it off the ground, set up all this stuff, test this, test that. It's one of the things where if you have the right just steps to follow and you kind of know the baseline, you'll make 5 to 10K a month. Some people do a bit more. It just depends on the person.
So I've seen OSS in there as well.
Oh yeah.
My network in there as well, making a bunch of money. But typically speaking, how does someone get started? You would say nowadays, especially.
Well, I mean, obviously I have my community, right? But if they wanted to just start on their own, watch YouTube videos, I mean, there's not any secret sauce to it as far as learning the basics, but watch the videos, research what you could online and just put in the reps. The cool thing about this is like, you can mess around with it and you're not losing any money. Nothing bad happens. You're just getting the reps in, you're learning along the way. So just start, watch a few videos and then start right away. Obviously it helps having guidance. You don't need guidance right away when you start. I didn't have it right away.
Yeah.
I learned a lot on my own, but it helped when I, had people kind of show me the ropes, just like anything else.
So Amazon is set to lay off right now, as we speak, 30K people from their jobs. That. And
AI replacement or something.
Bro. So get this, right? If I lost my job tomorrow,
okay,
how fast can I make money with land flipping, you would say?
Usually like 30 days. Again, it depends. How quick do you attack it? How quick do you pick up, what's being put down, information? But yeah, you can make money in like 30 days. Profit, nothing else. I don't think anything else you can make profit in 30 days.
I don't know of any.
No, you start ecom, you start Airbnb. You got a long road before you could take $1, before you see $1 in your bank account. So quick, that's the cool part.
Isn't Airbnb like that now? It's like hard to get into.
There's more regulation. I had like 6 Airbnbs a few years ago, and I got out of Airbnb. It wasn't the best. It was good money. I was probably making like 20 to 30K on a good month with Airbnb, but you're dealing with like
headaches, bro.
You're dealing with guests, like I had issues sometimes in Florida, right? Termites, bugs during the summer, like people freaking out. They want their money back. They want you to relocate them. It was a headache, but you make money.
Dealing with like long-term renters is a pain in the ass. I can only imagine short-term Airbnbs because renters don't even give a crap about the property. So people that are there for vacation or whatever, especially if like you're in Orlando, one of these hotspots for Airbnb, they're going to destroy the house a lot of the times. And
parties,
they don't care. Yeah.
Events, they don't care.
And then you're on the hook for all that.
Yeah.
You have to just have like a firm rule. I had I had like a literal like rule book in my Airbnb. It's like, hey, follow the rules or you will be fined X amount for this, this, and this. It was pretty, I didn't have issues with, I had more respectful people because my properties were in Hollywood. So it was an older crowd, not Miami. So they weren't just messing everything up. It was mostly like older couples, families. So I didn't deal with that, but people want to be pleased all the time, and you're managing properties. So
real quick, right now real estate is in a different place. People are worried about what they should buy, if they should buy, what they should do next. How's that affecting land flipping, you would say right now?
I'm good.
Good?
I did, I think last month, we did 36 deals. And then this month, I would have to check, but it's definitely over 30.
And that's what you consistently do, right? You're doing roughly 30 every month consistently?
It's very weirdly consistent. Yeah,
nice.
Pretty weirdly consistent. I could probably scale it up a bit. I probably will, but I was just riding it out, waiting for the new year, waiting for the market to switch it up a bit. It's just weird right now. Like builders, all the builders we work with, they'll buy like super hard for a month, buy as much as they could, and then they'll just chill out for like a month. So it didn't used to be like that. Every month was, I'll buy as much as you can bring me.
Right.
So it's a little bit different, but we're still doing 30 to 40 deals. Can you explain that real quick?
Because some of them might not know what you're talking about, but I know what you're talking about. Like basically you find the deals, you contact this company. Can you explain that real quick to them? Just overview.
Yeah. So all these different areas that are up and coming, you'll have obviously builders that are building houses, and what do they need to build the house? It starts with the land, the dirt. So they're busy building houses. If you can bring them the land, they'll pay you a finder's fee, 5, 10. I had someone in my community just now post a $20,000 direct deposit. So it just depends, I guess, how much the land is is selling for in these areas. So you have more room to make more money on the deal, but you bring it to them. Let's say you find a piece of land worth 20 grand and you bring it to them for 25, they'll take it. You know, it doesn't make a difference to them. They're happy to let you make their finder's fee or make your finder's fee, you know, because you're making life convenient for them.
Yeah,
just
you're doing all the hard work already.
All the hard work, yeah. Just a middleman.
Fair. And that's one of the good things about flipping is you kind of get in with fairly low overhead, which is why you're able to profit so quickly.
Like wholesaling.
Yeah. I mean you make up for it in time.
It is wholesaling. It's just wholesaling land. Yeah. But yeah, you get in with no overhead. Like I show people how to do it without spending $1, just going on Zillow, properties for sale. That doesn't cost you any money to do, you know?
Because you saw what BlackRock's doing, right? BlackRock's buying properties at a large scale.
Single family homes.
And then selling them back to themselves at a higher amount.
Crazy. Yeah,
so what's happening? You know that,
you don't even know.
It's screwed up, bro.
I know. They inflate the market. They mess everything up. So
it's bad.
You can't really do that with land. So it's just a different game. There's not as much hedge funds involved, like these bigger, what would you consider BlackRock? An institution, a financial institution. Like there's not as much of that involved with land. It's more, you'll have like land bankers here and there, but honestly, if you look for them, there's not that many of them. And the reality is you're selling to builders, you know, at the end of the day, home builders. And their business is buy as much land and build as much houses as they possibly can. So that's who you want to work with. You don't want to work with these financial institutions that want deals, everything at a discount. And also, you know, on top of that, they're just iffy to work with for sure. My main goal is probably development, you know, because land flipping is like the gateway, you know, like the gateway drug. You start flipping land and then you could go into everything else because every deal you'll ever do in real estate starts with land in the end, right? Every multifamily you'll ever invest into, every rental property, all this stuff, it starts with land in the end. So when I'm working with these builders, finding them the land, I know exactly what they're looking for. I see exactly what they're building on it, what they're paying for it, their timelines, their terms, everything they're doing with it to where you could just replicate it. So now I want to do, you know, heavy development here in Miami, just so I could be in my backyard and be able to.
I mean, it gives you a fantastic foundation, literally foundation, because you're picking out the land, which obviously you got to decide. Because I remember we discussed the ease of putting in like a septic tank, for example.
Right.
That you got to take these things into play. Like, will this property work?
Yeah. I mean, because realistically, how are you going to get into real estate if you don't have cash flow? If you don't have money, how are you going to buy a rental property? You know, all these people are like, oh, get into real estate using none of your own money, buy rental properties subject to. Bro, that's not happening. It's 1 in 1,000. Like, you need to create cash flow to actually get into real estate. You wouldn't have your rental properties if you didn't have active
One
income.
of the biggest lies, and it's tough because it's a pernicious lie. I consistently get that. How do I get into real estate with no money? Bro, you're going to need money. And not only do you need money, you're going to need more than you think you need, because the amount that you think you have, that's not going to be enough. Something's going to come up.
It's really not enough. You have to think about repairs. You have to think about closing costs.
Murphy's Law.
All these different things. But so it's like, start by flipping land, right? Start by wholesaling because you don't need money. It creates cash flow. It's not the end all be all. No, it's not the best thing in the world, but probably the quickest way to make 6 figures a month, 6 figures a year, right? You're not going to do that by scaling Section 8, please, right? Each Section 8, get into it with $3,000, $5,000 down. Bro, no, I tried buying Section 8, 20K minimum, you know, you're coming out of pocket. There's no seller financing, all these things that they pitch you about. It's 1 in 1,000, bro. No one wants to sell or finance you their property. They want cash. If it's an $80,000 Section 8, they want it now. They want cash. They want it now.
Yeah.
So you have to cash out on the deal in 30 days. You need 20 grand for closing costs. A lot of these Section 8s also repairs. It's pretty rare that they're fully turnkey. You need a few thousand to put into repairs. So this really is wholesaling land and wholesaling houses genuinely is the only no money down real estate model that leads you into all these other models. You know, you make money flipping land, you invest it into rental properties, building houses, new construction. Can't go wrong with it. But you're not going to get into real estate, all these other real estate, what do you want to call it?
Avenues.
How are you going to start if you don't have money? If you don't have 20, 30 grand ready to actually deploy?